Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday, September 28th. We are almost done with September. We are almost into Halloween season. October is almost here. Good morning, guys. Hopefully, you guys had a fantastic Tuesday evening. We do have some big pieces of news to go over. All right, guys. So we had really two mega pieces of market moving news overnight and early this morning. Um, Piece of news number one is the Central Bank of England has begun the pivot to QE. They have canceled their meeting, which was scheduled to further the balance sheet roll off. They have said they are going to start strategically purchasing bonds until it helps the market stabilize, and that is to begin effective immediately, right? Sorry, guys, the dog always wants to play during the pre-market live. Anyway, so the Central Bank of England obviously pivoting, cutting rates, and they're going to begin purchasing bonds. What does that mean for us? Well, I think a lot of people are viewing that as possibly kind of like the first domino falling, right? There's no guarantee that that means that other central banks are going to do the same, but you are seeing yields get absolutely slammed on this news, right? We saw the 10-year yield down 4%. I want to give you guys an accurate take on this. Yeah, so 10-year yield down 12 basis points, 30-year down 6, and the 2-year down 15.9 basis points. It's a big move. That's a big move, and they're still dropping. Yields down, growth names up. Okay, it's not going to be like that every single time. Sometimes it takes time, but keeping that on watch today. I do love the Tesla setup here. We are over the key level in pre-market on the hourly, guys. If we can get through that 284.57 level, I think we see upside into 288. That area at 290 is an area that I'm going to be looking more short side bias to fade it off that level, right? So those are the two main levels I'm paying attention to today. Off of open, I would like to see this 282 level hold and continue to base. That would be ideal, and then take a long entry off of Tesla on that. The other piece of news, which is going to concurrently affect how Tesla moves today, is going to be Apple, and this is focus numero uno currently. There was a news story out from Bloomberg, unverified, that obviously this is, I'm pretty sure, old news as well. But there was a news story out that that Apple is beginning to cut its iPhone 14 production while ramping up the 14 Pro production because of demand. And I think that is, I'm not sure the full story is there, but either way, Apple is below a very, very key level right now. It is below that important daily level of 148.39. We are going to need to see this level reclaimed in order for Apple to save itself. If this level does not reclaim on Apple, I think this could threaten the entire tech market. Okay, so the number one thing I'm going to be watching off the open today is going to be Apple at that 148.30 level. If we cannot reclaim that on that first 15-30 minute candle, that's where I would start to get worried about the stability of the Qs, the stability of the S&P 500, etc., right? Which the Qs are making a push right now as we speak. But that's a very real concern of mine, guys. If Apple cannot reclaim this level, I definitely kind of worry about that a little bit. We are seeing things like Bitcoin and some other names go green. I actually think the Central Bank of England pivoting probably helps the Bitcoin names the most, because that's kind of like a borderless currency in a sense. So the whole world, kind of in tightening mode right now. But the Bank of England taking that first step towards this pivot, I think, is going to be good for Bitcoin. So I'm actually I have a pretty good prospect of that coin overnight. I think we're going to see 65 plus on coin, as long as we get 20 or 19.2K on BTC. But again, my number one focus off the open, and I really like, this is my main focus today, Apple. I need to see what this does in order to enter into anything else. Okay, this is priority and focus number one. Because if this is below this level, I think we see the entire Q's system break down. I think we see that volume gap get filled. I think this could be absolutely. Apple is such a big part of the stock market, people don't even realize. But I need to see what Apple's going to do in terms of rejection or confirmation at that key level before making any rapid decisions in terms of intraday trades. Period, point blank. I need to see what happens at this 148.30 level. If we get over 148.50, guys, on Apple, I do think we could fill the overnight gap back up to yesterday's closing price, which would be at that 151.76 level. And I do think we could test, we would test this 150.83 level first. But this is my top focus off of the open. I need to see what this does. Is this an unsubstantiated rumor, or does this have validity to it? I think the tape and the volume will tell us today. If we see heavy selling in Apple, maybe we have some more validity towards this, right? If we see a lot of strong buying pressure come in off the open, that's how these things usually react when they're not as substantiated in terms of, their credibility, right? So we'll see. I think this is going to be a really important thing to watch. And like I said, I need to see what this does before entering anything else. I do want to mention one last thing. HD probably on watch today, guys. Wells had a positive note out about this because of Hurricane Ian. If this gets over 274, I think this could see a pop into maybe 281. Could be possible double bottom, right? Kind of looks like the S&P 500, but this might have some relative strength today. Decent watch for a move to 277. So I'm going to keep that on watch today. Wells had a positive note out about HD and low. And as you guys know, on the S&P 500, we are at obviously an absolutely critical level at 360. That must hold, right? And I went over the weekly thought process last night. I think there's one of two things that happen, right? I think that we either see this move off of 360, we form that double bottom and we go towards 415, or we break down and it's a quick move probably towards 330. So we'll see. That's obviously a pretty stark outlook. It's a 30-point move either way or 40-point move either way. 330 is really not that far away anymore. We're within a few percent of that. So, all right, guys. Let's get after it. I'm going to go ahead and get on Discord live voice. We will see how market reacts overall. Again, Apple is my primary focus today off of open. I will be watching Tesla to base at 282, but I really want to see if Apple gets through that 147.30 daily level, and if we can hold and confirm, that's going to be really, really important today. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and hop on the Discord live voice, and I'll see you guys there. Peace.